menstruation. So what is menstruation? What's your understanding about menstruation?
Menstruation is a regular discharge of blood and muscular tissue from the line of the uterus to the vagina.
Okay, that is nice. Anybody has any other thing to say? So how was it when you first experienced your menstrual period? How was it? Was it at home, in school?
Mine was in school.
Do you mind to share?
Mine was at school.
Wow. At home.
At school.
Okay. So who was the first person who you talked to about it?
My elder brother.
Oh, she talked to her elder brother. That was amazing. What was his reaction, if you mind to share with?
No, nothing. He just teach me how to use the sanitary pad.
Oh, you guys bought the sanitary pad and he taught you how to use it. Wow, what an oh, we see our brothers like that. Wow, he will be a very good dad, you know. So, okay, Princess said you should bathe properly, but remember, while bathing, don't insert your fingers into your vagina. Yes. Maybe some of us have been doing that. It is very wrong. You don't insert your fingers into your vaginas when you are bathing, be it during your period or normal bathing. It's not advisable. Okay, so who has something else to say? Which other hygiene practice should the girl do or follow during this period? Annie, you might say something. I'm sure you learned these things in class. Annie is shy. Okay, so who has another thing to say? Okay, there are some ladies who are very dirty. For example, we once had somebody who would be menstruating, remove her panties, which was stained, and kept it in a bucket. We call it in the normal way, titipe, right? She kept it there for days. So just imagine her menstruating for 5 days and saving that those panties for 5 days in a bucket without actually washing it. Okay. I'm just seeing the discussion. So that is you being dirty, because just imagine you keeping your pants for that long. Talk more of blood stain and inside the water. So we should practice good hygiene during our menstruation period. It's very, very important. At least bathe 3 times a day. If you cannot make it 3 times a day, you can do that twice a day. And make sure you change your sanitary pads. It's very, very important. Change your sanitary pad maximum 5 hours after every break. Yeah, so try to change our sanitary pads so we don't get infected or something. So let's go to the next question. What challenges do girls commonly face whenever they're in the period? What challenges do they face?
Menstrual cramp.
Menstrual cramps.
Cramps.
Okay. Have you ever experienced that? Not really, but you know someone who experienced it.
Yes.
Okay.
I also have fatigue.
Fatigue.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true.
Fatigue.
Go through that.
Wow. This is new. Oh, I for one, I've never really
I'll go
experienced
through
fatigue during my period. So I'm just hearing that. Wow. Okay.
Headache.
Headache.
Yeah.
Or even a slight fever.
Slight fever. Judith, what about you? Do you have anything? Let's see. Okay. So so those are some of the challenges that girls face during this period. Wow. Okay. What about some people, they eat much?
Cravings.
Yes, cravings. Like during periods like you just crave, just want to be eating. And what about some of the signs that you face? Like have you ever experienced it?
Breast.
Swollen breast.
Yeah, they are very, very sensitive.
Yeah.
At times when you want to sleep in the night and you want to turn and you feel it, it's like there's something piercing you. Yeah,
It's
pains a
painful.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, women are really going through it. But it's a very nice experience because it's only you who can tell your story. Okay, so let's go to the next question. So how can different people support girls and reduce stigma? So how can different people, when I talk about different people, like parents, teachers, boys, humanitarian organization like Education for All, so how can they support girls during this period to reduce the stigma?
Mm,
So let's start with parents. If you were a parent right now and your daughter come and tells you that she's menstruating or maybe it's in her first period for the very first time, so what are you going to do to
Say something.
I am a parent. I would advise my child I'll go and buy her essential pad and I'll advise her some basic events like events happening around the world about this type of things like that, but I'll advise her to should not stay beside boys too much. So how can I say it?
like sexually being active?
Yes.
Okay, so from what we all know biologically is that when women get into puberty stage, once you are sexually active with a guy, you become pregnant. It does not mean that maybe if you are 8 years old and you start seeing your period, you think you, Kelly, I hope you are listening. If you start seeing your period right now, be very careful, right? So you don't fall into that. So women become very fertile once they hit puberty stage. I hope you know your calendars, by the way. Can you track your period? Let's say you can track your period. Can you track your period? So how do you know when you are to see your period next month? Let's say your period starts on the 1st of this August. So September is coming. So how do you know when your period is coming? Does it give you a sign or something?
usually it does give me a sign.
Oh, okay. Okay. So who else is tracking their periods here? You have an app or you use your calendar? Is that real? I know of some adults who don't track their periods, but it's very embarrassing because it might take you unaware. Although they have body signs that gives them that it's almost here, so they know that it's coming. But what if that sign it fails you? How are you going to manage the situation?
Put the scientific part in your handbags wherever you're going to. So that if it just happen, you can go to a toilet
Restroom
and change.
Okay, that is a very good one too. But okay, let me use myself for this example, right? When I know my period calendar, I know that I'm expecting my period maybe in 2 days or 4 days time. I start patting myself 4 days before the day, especially if I'm not at home. If I'm coming to work or maybe back then when I was going to school, I pat myself 3 days before. I always make sure I pat myself. I don't want to be taken unaware because sometimes you might get the sign, sometimes you might not get the sign. Just imagine you sitting down and you get up and you realize that you are stained. So to avoid those type of embarrassment, it's good to always walk with your pad in your back because it might not even be for you, you might help somebody. But it's advisable if you're not really good with calculating your period, you try and pat yourself maybe 2 days before the exact date. If you were a boy right now, if you were a boy, well, Martina gave us a good one with her brother helping her out. But if you were a boy and you were in class, let's say you're in class right now and your classmate stands up and realizes that she's staying, what would be your reaction?
Like as a boy, you can help shield her the stain area of her clothes. So she'll be able to move to a place so that she can change or wash off the stain, something like that.
Okay. So this brings me back to when I was in high school. You know, I always have story for you girls. So when I was in high school back then, a classmate of mine, she was sitting like 2 seats ahead of me. If I was sitting with some boys, yeah, I had about 2 boys there with me. So when she stood up to answer a question, she was saying, I didn't see it immediately. Those my boys, they saw it, my benchmates, they saw it. And they were like, Mel, I said, yes, that she's thin. I don't know, maybe you can talk to her. I said, but you guys, you saw it, you can still do the talking. He was like, that thing, I don't know how to approach her. Maybe I can tap her now. I want to tell her something. You think that maybe I want to toast her or something. I was like, oh. But that's his own opinion, though. But what I did was, I was like, okay. So I reached out to her and I told her that, well, this. Lucky I always put on pullover. So I just removed the pullover and I gave her. She went inside. I went with her and I explained to her I was not the first person who saw it though. It was my benchmate. I was like, who? I called I mentioned the guy's name. So when she came back, she went and thanked him. He was like, why did you tell her? I said, no. Why should I take the credit? You saw it. You helped the situation. So it's on you. And he was very, very delighted to have helped. Yeah, because if another boy should have seen it, maybe he would have mocked her or something. So, boys, if you're a guy and you're watching this program right now, make sure if you come across such a situation, it might not be your sister, it might not look out only for your sister, yes, or your daughter, maybe when you grow up tomorrow. But as a boy, I would advise that you try and look out for girls as well. If you were part of ECA Foundation and you want to advise the team on how to go about this administration for girls, how will you, what will be your take for us, please?
Everything is sanitary pad, advise them on some things they have to know if it's their first time.
Okay.
The organization can share calendars and teach them how they can count
and use the track their
track their
period.
memories.
Okay, so EFA team, this brings us back to us. I think we should look into this and make sure the girls' opinions are valid and taken into consideration. How do you people dispose of this thing after usage? Really? That's her own? So for all of us, how do you do your own?
Tying it up and then you dispose in the dustbin.
Yes.
That's what you do?
Yes, my daughter of the blood.
Huh?
You wash off the blood.
You wash it, how do you wash it? Okay, let me take one for an example. So this is your sanitary pad, right? Okay. So how do you wash off the blood from this to dispose of, like get rid of it now after?
I put it in the water now. Then you leave for some hours.
Really? So just imagine that you're in a haste and you want to go out. You leave it in a bucket for that long. What if another person comes and sees it? Won't it be funny?
Madam, then you can just you can also take this part behind, tear it and put it inside the distillery.
Okay, so
Put it.
I understand where you're coming from. So
People do it because you can take your blood to make you bad things. You can,
yes, spiritually, and
yes.
aside the spiritual aspect, it's not really good for one to dispose of their sanitary part like that. This is part of you, like that blood is you. It's you. It's different from maybe dresses. That thing came from you. So I want to advise somebody to do that. So let's go now. If you were to put on this sanitary part, some people don't know how to put it on that. So how do you keep it? You take it like this. I'm not doing the demonstration now. Okay, so of recent, there's this recent trend online where I came across a video where the pad was clean, but it was actually dirty. So what they do was you put it like this on the light to get the reflection to realize, to see if it's actually clean or not. Because there's this particular brand, I don't want to call the name, but I saw it from what they were, and a good number of people gave out that same remark about that brand. So just imagine you wearing that, you think that you are safe. Meanwhile, the thing is dirty, and you still end up getting infected. And you treat it, it still comes back. You treat it, still comes back. You don't even know where the infection is coming from. Not knowing that it's a sanitary pad that you use. So it's good to always make sure that your sanitary pad is clean. You check it well. You put it like this before you put it on your panties. Are we there? So when you are done and you want to dispose of it, what I do is, we don't have a pit toilet and I cannot wrap this thing up to dispose. No, I open it. Yes, I open it like this. So when I open it, I peel it off. This is just like cotton. So it's not as if when you put it in the toilet pot, it will just go and block it or something. So you peel it off, it's because it's not wet. But when it's wet, you can actually easily peel it off. So I peel it off like this. I remove everything. The way you peel it, it's not wet at all. So if it was wet, you see it coming out without stressing it. So you peel it off. Then you dispose this one now inside the toilet pot. This one you might rinse in it, just remove the remaining blood stain of it. Because the thing is plastic, you cannot throw it inside there. Or if not, it might cause blockage. Yeah, so you remove all this and you rinse this part to remove the remaining blood that was on it, and you are good to go. Then you take this one now to the trash can. Some people, they remove it, you just remove it like this. They have this thing that they burn it inside. It's made of iron. Yes. Some people, they have that in their houses. I've seen it. So they put it inside, like all the girls in their house, whenever they're menstruating, they put it inside, then they burn it together. Everything sticks there. But if you don't have that in your house, I will not advise you tie this thing and throw. So the advice I have for the parents right now is that as a mom or as a dad, always make your environment very conducive for your girl child to meet you up whenever they have this type of situations, because some parents might not be that friendly and a daughter might be menstruating or maybe seeing her first period, but because of how strict you are, they might not be comfortable telling you, and they will not know that when they get to this point, they can easily get pregnant if they have any sexual abuse, or they might not know what to do. Some people, they can put on their sanitary pad for a whole day, which is very wrong. So as a parent, we should pay close attention to this type of things so our children do not make mistakes and get infected. As a dad as well, you can do that for your daughters. I remember my in-law once bought my sanitary pad for me. So that is a very nice thing to do. Not because you're a man, you can't do this for your wife. It is good that when you know that her period is coming, you can as well get her a pad on your way back from work. Okay, so we'll leave you all today with that menstruation topic. Make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions for the girls and us. Thank you, and thank you all for coming. Kelly, I hope you learned something today, though. Go tell Mama about it, right? Yeah. Okay, bye. Say ciao. Bye-bye.